Hola! How are you today? I hope you're having a really great day. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I think that the internet must just not like me or something. I don't know what goes on with YouTube. But if you are here, I'm glad that you are here. Thank you for joining me. Today's practice is going to be all about that annoying little nerve that sometimes you'll feel in the middle of your butt, or it'll be a shooting pain down your leg. Lately, I've actually been experiencing it in my heel. So it can be anywhere in this whole part of your body. 40% of humans, I should say, will experience this type of pain sometime in their life. If you haven't experienced it, that's great. This will be preventative for you. If you do tend to fight that pain a little bit, this will help to alleviate some of that discomfort, and will also open up your back too. So kind of a win-win on both sides of things. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and we'll come down into the space that we're in. And we'll just tune in here. So I want you to rub your hands together, bring them in front of the heart, and then close your eyes. I want you to start to shift your focus from off of your mat, out of your space, and shift it into this present moment right now. So if you're thinking about your to-do list, if you have any thoughts swirling around the mind, let's go ahead and put them to the side for now and breathe deeply into this present moment. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths together to begin our time. Deep inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale to sigh it out. And again, inhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out. And the final time here, a bigger inhale. Pause at the top. Soften the shoulders. Open the mouth. Let everything go. Then you'll seal your lips. Find your conscious breath, breathing deeply in and out of the nose. Constrict the back of the throat so it sounds like your breath is fogging up a mirror as you breathe. And then let's set an intention for our time. So as you shift into this present moment, what is the first thing that calls to you about your intention? Is it to be more grounded today? Is it to trust your voice, trust your truth? Maybe it's to stand up for yourself. So whatever that intention is, take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Lips stay sealed, blink the eyes open. Let's rock from side to side. Feel that grounding of the sit bones, and I want you to switch the crossing of your legs. So when you ground into the surface, you really want to feel the sit bones really rooting into the floor, into the space that you're in, and feel that connection to the earth. On the inhale, let's sweep the arms up, soften the shoulders down. So the tendency is to pull the shoulder blades up towards the ears. I want you to reach through the fingertips, but then feel the shoulder blades come down the back. Take another breath in, find length through the spine, through the sides of the body, just towards your right knee. The left hand's going to come on top of the thigh, and the right hand is going to be behind you to lift you through the sternum. As you exhale, start to pull on this right thigh and twist so you can gaze over the right shoulder. Relax the left collarbone here. And then give me a few shakes yes with the head. Open up through the throat, and then a few shakes no. And you'll pause, gazing over that back shoulder. Take another full breath. The next inhale will come back to center with the arms. Reach through the fingertips. As you exhale, twist to the opposite side. Right hand on top of the thigh. Use the left hand just to lift you through the sternum. And take another full cycle of breath here. And then a few shakes yes with the head on this side. Maybe pay attention to anything that feels different compared to the other side. A few shakes no. Then you'll pull on that thigh, deepen your twist, gazing over the back shoulder. One more full breath. And then let's inhale, come back to center with the fingertips. You're gonna release the hands down. I want you to extend the legs out in front of you. So ground the sit bones once again, rock from side to side so you can feel the sit bones grounding into the floor. And then inhale, let's sweep the arms up. When you exhale, you're gonna hinge forward. So if you can grab onto your calves, that's great. The ankles, awesome. Maybe the sides of the feet. It really doesn't matter how far you can bend over. I want you to feel that length in the back of the legs though. So think about pulling the sternum, the center of the chest, towards the toes, and then tuck the chin just slightly. And you can use whatever leverage you want. If you're grabbing onto the calves, the ankles, or the sides of the feet, feel the heart pulling closer towards the toes. And then find some softness here somewhere. Can you pull the belly button closer to the spine? Keep flexing the feet. You should start to feel an opening on the back of the hamstrings, maybe in the glutes. And take another breath here to settle. And come all the way up, stacking the spine. I want you to cross over the ankles, roll over onto your hands and knees. So if the knees aren't feeling good, you can pad the knees with your mat or a blanket. We are going to do a couple of cat-cows. So you can also do this seated. So a cat-cow, inhaling to reach the heart up, exhaling to round the back belly button to the spine. So same thing seated as on your knees. When you're ready, wherever you are, let's all inhale, reach the heart up, soften the shoulders, and then exhale, let's round. Do that again. Inhale, reach the heart forward and up. Exhale to round. And then 1 foot at a time, let's step back into our push-up position, plank pose. By now, you all know that this is my favorite secret position to work on the core. So I want you to really zipper the belly button up to the spine. Reach the heels back, crown of the head forward. I want you to take one big breath in. And then use the exhale to pull the hips up and back. Belly button still hugging towards the spine. You can even walk the toes in slightly to shorten your stance. And then feel the heels reaching towards the floor as you're pressing your mat down and forward. Another soft breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale to come up high onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Bottom of your exhale, I want you to come to the top of your mat behind your thumbs. Inhale, come up halfway, rock the weight into the toes, reach the head forward. And then exhale, fold forward. Little bend in the knees, inhale, rise all the way up. Palms are gonna touch overhead, and then exhale, pull the hands down to your heart. Close your eyes here. I want you to release the hands to the sides of the body, mountain pose, have the palms facing forward. And then I feel your feet grounding into your space here. It helps to internally rotate the thighs towards one another. That's really going to drive the feet down into the floor. Close the eyes here. Roll the shoulder blades up and down the back, and then come back to your intention. Take a big, deep breath. So keep the eyes closed just for a moment. When you do open them, you're going to keep a soft gaze. So you're not opening the eyes wide. It's almost like you are kind of when you start to wake up in the morning and you just peek at the clock, right? So just soft eyes here. When you're ready, you can blink the eyes open. Reach the fingertips up. Look up as the thumbs touch. When you exhale, you're going to hinge forward, come all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, rock the weight into the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And let's move through one sun salutation, keeping the body warm. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. Try and find that flat back as far down as you can. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, plank pose. Firm thighs, firm core. Next, inhale, rock the shoulders forward. You can drop the knees if you need to. As you exhale, lower halfway. Keep the elbows in line with the body. Inhale for either cobra or upward facing dog. Lift the heart towards the chin. Firm legs in both positions. And then exhale, roll over the toes. Let's find downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, right leg is going to lift. As you exhale, plant the right foot by that right thumb. Inhale, rise up, find your high lunge. So bring the hands to the hips to start. I want you to feel if the torso is leaning forward or if it's leaning back. See if you can center it right over the hips. And then nice firm left leg, back leg is firm. You can reach the arms up if that feels okay now. And then you're just going to take a big inhale, reach the fingertips up. When you exhale, I want you to bend the left knee, kind of making both knees into a 90 degree. Inhale, straighten through the left leg. Exhale to bend. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to straighten. Exhale so that both legs can straighten. Heels are on the floor. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to hinge halfway. So feel the torso hovered over the floor. Take another full breath here. Pull this right hip back and then soften through the shoulders. You can release the hands to the floor or a prop. Tuck the chin. Reach the crown of the head towards that right foot. At the same time, feel the right hip pulling back. Should feel a nice stretch in the back of the right hamstring, all the way into that glute. Take one more full breath here. And keep the left hand on the floor. Inhale to spiral the right hand up. You can place any props, something underneath that left hand if you need to lift the floor. It's an uncomfortable position here as we're twisted, but I still want you to pull the belly button into the spine. See if you can bring the left side of the ribs closer towards that right thigh. And take another full breath. As you inhale, unwind, right hand comes down. I want you to put a little bend in this right knee, come up onto the heel, and then you can bring the left hand to the left thigh. So sit back like you're in a modified chair pose. So for me right now, I can feel that sciatic nerve all the way down to the outside of my right heel. So if that doesn't feel good for you, you can place the right foot down onto the floor. But find your balance here if you can, and then pause. Reach the heart up, sit a little bit lower in the chair. Take one more breath. And then you're gonna place the right foot down, come to standing at the top of your space. Now, difference in this right thigh compared to the left. Lift through the torso and take another full cycle of breath. And let's sweep the arms back up, palms touch. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, flat back all the way down. Inhale, come up halfway, rock the weight into the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, plank pose. Firm thighs, firm core. You can rock through a vinyasa, or you can meet me right in downward facing dog. As you inhale, let's rock the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower either all the way down or halfway, but keep the elbows hugged in. Inhale, find your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Keep the legs firm. And then exhale, come into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath. Let's inhale, left leg lifts. Look forward, plant the foot by that left thumb. Engage the core, rise all the way up. Firm right leg, soften the shoulders. If it feels better, you can bring the hands to the hips. Just make sure everything is aligned right over the hips. If you want to add the arms, reach them up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend through that right knee, come into 90 degrees. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Again, inhale to straighten. Exhale, bend. Bring the hands to the hips. Step that right foot in so both of the legs can straighten and the heels are on the floor. Inhale to grow really tall through the spine. Now as you exhale, you're going to hinge halfway. Parallel the torso to the floor. Keep driving the ball of the left foot down. Take another breath here. Pull that left hip back. And then when you're ready, release the hands to the floor. Again, any props that you need to place underneath the hands to lift the floor, you can go ahead and add them here. Tuck the chin. Think about the crown of the head pointing down towards that left foot. Left hip pulls back. Take another full cycle of breath. Maybe pay attention to the sides of the body. Does this side feel easier or is it more challenging? And then we'll come up onto the right fingertips or place a prop underneath the right hand. As you inhale, let's sweep the left hand up, pull the belly button to the spine. Keep breathing deeply here. Twist the right ribs a little bit closer to that left thigh. Take one more full breath. And then inhale to unwind. I'm going to step that back foot forward just a little bit. As you inhale, let's straighten through that leg. Bend into that right knee. The hands are going to be placed on top of the right thigh. Flex the left toes. Sit deep into that chair. And then soften the shoulders here. Notice how sometimes we bring that extra energy with us into other body parts. So sit low. Keep pulling that left hip back and take another full breath. Now you're going to step forward, right foot next to the left. Find mountain pose. Hands are right alongside the body. Lift through the heart. Soften the shoulders. Just pay attention to how the body is feeling now. Do you feel a little bit more balanced on both sides? Inhale, sweep the arms up. Feel the palms touch. As you exhale, you'll hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, flat back all the way down. Inhale, come up halfway, rock the weight into the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, plank pose. This time we're all going to rock the shoulders past the wrists. In with one breath out, see if you can lower the body down to the mat all at one time. Untuck the toes, zipper the feet together, and make sure the hands are right in line with the chest. Roll the shoulder blades up towards the ears and down the back. Keep reaching through the toes. Press the tops of the feet down, hug the elbows in. Keep lifting through the back of the head for cobra. But as you do this, you're pressing the pubic bone down into the floor and you're reaching through your toes. Take another full breath. And then let's come all the way down. Roll over onto your back now. So however you want to get there. And I want you to wiggle the shoulder blades down the back. Have the feet bent so that the knees are pointing up towards the sky or the ceiling. And the back of the neck is long. So when you do this, we're going to come into a bridge pose. You can use a block if you have one, or just be without the block. So as you inhale, let me see if I can get my head flat onto the floor here. As you bring the hips up, Want you to walk the heels in just slightly so you get more leverage, and then roll the shoulder blades under the back, walk them down towards the toes. So you might just stay here with the hands flat. You can interlace the hands underneath the body or reach for opposite wrists. I think it's just nice to have the palms flat on the floor for a little bit of extra support. You'll press into the feet, lift the hips as high as possible, and then just pause here. I want you to close the eyes. Notice and feel the rise of the belly on the inhale and the fall of the belly on the exhale. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. One last time. Inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips even higher. As you exhale, unwind the shoulders out from under the body. Bring the spine down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Once the sacrum touches, hug the right knee into the chest. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Flex the foot, toes point down towards the nose. You're pressing the hamstring into the palms. If you need to, you can always keep a little bend in the knee, but you're still driving the hamstring forward into the palms. Flex the foot, reach through the heel. And if you want, you can keep the left foot where it is or extend it straight out. But I want to flex in both feet if the leg is extended. And then find soft shoulders here. Can you drive the right heel up? But I want you to drive the right hip down to the floor at the same time. Find that opposite action. Take another full breath. Bring the right knee into the chest. Bring the left hand to the outside of the thigh and pull the leg across the body. Come into your twist. Extend the right arm out. So the gaze can be right to the ceiling if that feels okay. Or if it feels okay for the neck, turn towards that right hand. And then find softness here. You can extend the leg out if that feels good, especially for that sciatic nerve pain. You can keep a little bend in the knee. You can come over onto the left hip if that feels better. And then just take a breath wherever you are. Let the body settle. We'll inhale, come back to center. Bring that left foot to the floor, right ankle on top of the left knee. Inhale to lift the left foot off the floor. Interlace the hands around the left hamstring for figure 4. So press the right knee away. Just like we did earlier, hamstring is pressing into the palms. So it's the opposite hamstring this time. Keep pressing the right knee forward. See if you can also press the right hip forward and down. Take one more full breath. Left foot comes down to the floor, followed by the right. Bring the left knee into the chest. Soften through the left hip. And then begin to straighten through that left leg. Reach through the left heel. Flex the toes towards the nose. Feel the hamstring pressing into the palms. Soft shoulders here. And keep breathing nice and deep. You can extend the right leg out if that feels more comfortable. Keep driving the hamstring forward and driving the left hip down. Take one more full breath. We'll bend the left knee. Right hand comes to the outside of that left knee. Pull the knee across the body. Open up through that left arm. So maybe you stay here with the gaze looking up towards the ceiling, or maybe you start to look over that left shoulder. You can come onto the right hip if that feels better, but then find softness somewhere. Close the eyes, take a breath. You'll inhale, come back to center. Bring the right foot back onto the floor, left ankle on top of the right thigh. Lift the right foot off the floor. Both feet are flexed. Interlace the hands now around the right hamstring. You're pressing the hamstring into the palms. You're pressing that left knee forward. And then also feel the left hip press forward and drive down to the floor. Take a full cycle of breath. You'll release the right hams, or extend the left leg to the left corner, right foot to the right corner of your space. Pull the shoulder blades underneath the body so that the palms face up. And then let's just take a couple of breaths here in stillness and in silence. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring the knees into your chest. Take a big inhale and a full exhale. Begin to rock forward and backwards on your spine. Come up to seated. Once you find that seated position, I want you to rock from right around the sit bones back into the floor. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. Close the eyes. And then just notice that subtle shift that you have created internally. Maybe notice more opening through the body. And then remember your intention for your day. We'll rub the hands together in front of the body. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths to end our practice. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth exhale to sigh it out. Again, inhale. Open mouth exhale. And a final time, bigger inhale. Open mouth exhale. Reseal the lips. Smile on your face. When you are ready, lift the chin and blink the eyes open. Namaste. All right. Thanks so much for your time this morning. I hope that the body feels better. I hope that that pain maybe that is down the leg has softened just a little bit. And just remember, consistent practice is really where you're going to keep the opening through the body and prevent any of that pain. So come back to your mat as often as possible. And I hope you have a really great day. Hope to see you back on the mat on Thursday at 8:30 Pacific. Have a great day.